Hello, everybody. Welcome. All right. I had to hang on just a second. I had to make some changes. So sorry about all that. And welcome to this is my solo play game. I've been watching the Grouch Couch, and a few people have. Okay, let me start over. Hello, welcome to my stream. My name is Tabletop Junkie, and today I'm doing a solo campaign of All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Welcome to the game, as that I am doing one of All Flesh Must Be Eaten with the Mythic Game Master Tool emulator. I've been actually watching the Grouch Couch, and I've seen all his Walking Dead episodes, and he's also doing a fantasy one as well, using the Mythic Game Master Tool emulator. I do have the core rulebook for the second edition, and I've actually figured it out how to get it on Foundry as well. So today I'm playing a guy named Jack Mercer, who I think that was the name of my last character in All Flesh Must Be Eaten, who eventually died. And you know, the same thing is, he was also an IT guy, very well dressed. Whoops again. I can't make the player picture any bigger. Anyway, hey Spider Chris, welcome to the stream. Okay, so he's pretty much, as you see here, brown hair, Caucasian, you know, well dressed. He's actually a head coder of his So Jack Mercer is an IT guy. He's the head coder of OD Technology Incorporated. Basically, it's a corporation that builds computer parts and works with programming as well as networking. He's about 30 years old. He basically has no sense of humor. He does suffer from nightmares. And, you know, he has some weird, vivid dreams. He does wear glasses, but he doesn't have them all the time. And his favorite hobby is to have a pickup truck. Because it makes him feel masculine, as his job makes him feel unmasculine. He has no sense of humor, and pretty much he does live by a code. You know, he has to do what is right. He has a sense of right and wrong, but he also has a sense of, he also has this, a sense of, you're not going to take advantage of him. Although he does let people take advantage of him all the time, especially women. This does seem like kind of a wimpy character, but this is kind of normie. This is going to take place in day 0 of the game. I have filled out a journal where we'll be going through each day as it happens. So he's supposed to go through. So as we get into day 0, Jack wakes up to his alarm at roughly 5 a.m. in the morning. Now, I know with most IT companies, they do get in pretty early. And with him being the head coder, he pretty much could be on call in case something goes down at work. Let's see. Did something go down at work in the middle of the night? We're going to ask a fake question here. That is, we're going to ask a fake question. Did something go down in the middle of the night? It is very much possible. We're going to go with unsure. The chaos factor we're going to keep to 5. And the chaos factor gets adjusted when the character loses control of the session. I have not lost control of the session yet, so we're going to keep it at 5. This will be determined by the end of the game. So we're going to say, okay, did he get called in? Did something happen at work in the middle of the night? And we're going to roll the dice, and the dice does roll here, 86%. No, nothing happened in the middle of the night. So he does wake up at 5 a.m. That's when his alarm goes off. He hits his alarm. He hops in the shower. He brushes his teeth. The morning is nothing, nothing any different than any other morning. Other than, he just didn't get a call in. So he was managed to get through some sleep. He pretty much spent the night alone like he does every other night. He makes his favorite food in the morning, which is literally, for just going to work, he likes to get a donut, a jelly-filled donut, strawberry jelly, which is his exact favorite. Does he actually, he hasn't gone to the store in a while, so does he have a jelly-filled donut? It's likely he does, because he would have kept that, made sure he would have some for the morning. Yes, he does have a jelly-filled donut. So he does have to, but he has to go back out. He does make his to-do list as he's getting ready for work. He's got about roughly 45 minutes before he actually hops in the truck. So far, nothing is severely happening at this moment. He's just getting up. He's moving around his apartment. He has an apartment in this very big city. Actually, let's get a couple of. Hang on one second. I'm actually okay. Let's get a couple of quick questions here. What type of I imagine he is in a big city, being part of a major IT company. Let's get a couple. Let's get a couple names here, a couple descriptors. So we've got chaotic, lavish. Okay, lavish, chaotic, lavish. Chaotic means it's usually very busy, and chaotic, accidents happen everywhere. People are usually in a rush. This guy, kind of like how you can probably go to New York City or some of the bigger cities around. And lavish usually means really well. Lots of money. Economy's great. So so he is in a very big city that is right now currently at like 6 a.m. in the morning. Traffic is freaking horrible. So he's getting ready. He's actually pouring him a cup of coffee because he's definitely going to need to get on the road. He is going to go check his fridge for an energy drink. Did he manage to buy an energy drink? Did he run out? They're not very healthy, so he's unsure if he actually has one or not. It's very possible he didn't buy any more. Yes, he does have an energy drink. It's his last one, though. So he grabs some coffee. He's just downing a quick one just to get his senses going. He got himself a jelly donut, and he's well dressed. He's washing his hands. He's very much a germaphobe. He definitely hates lots and lots of germs. He grabbed himself an energy drink, and he's grabbing his keys, his wallet. Does he have any pets? With him living alone, it is unlikely he has any pets. But let's see if he maybe has a cat that he picked up as a friend. Yes, he has a cat. He definitely has a cat. So he pets his cat on the head, and he says, "Be good." He made sure the litter box is cleaned out and at least scooped out for the moment. He does going to have to do that pretty quick, so we're going to roll a dexterity roll. And it's going to be a simple test, so we're going to roll that and see what he gets. And I definitely got a result of a 15, so definitely he does it in a timely manner, and he manages to make out the door exactly at 6:45. He goes down to, now he lives in an apartment, so he has to go down into, to the main floor. Is he on... we need to know, how big is his apartment? Some apartments do have 10 floors. Most have only 3, but with this being a big city, I'm wondering if there would be 5 floors. Is he on a 5-floor apartment complex? With him being in a big city, it is likely. No, he does not have 5 floors. Does he have 3-floor apartment complex? And that is definitely very likely. So I don't live in one of those big time. Yes, so I do have 3 floors. So that's kind of like a medium. They do charge quite a bit money for rent. I'm pretty much paying for a studio, 1-bedroom apartment. I'm paying $2,000 a month for. That is just I don't know how I'm paying that, plus with my car and everything, my pickup truck. Do I have a new pickup truck or an old pickup truck? That's a question. Let's get some descriptors for my car. Let's see. We should have one here for vehicle. Curses, power, spell effects, twists, names, noble houses, tone, scavenge, magic items, objects, smells, sounds, vision, dreams. It doesn't look like I have. What we can do, I don't know if the element meaning of objects, that could be more fantasy than regular modern. So I'm gonna pick. I'm actually gonna pick descriptions, and whatever 2 words is what I get. We will fit it with a vehicle. I do have a pickup truck, but we don't know if it's new or old. So let's go here with descriptors. Descriptions. Okay, so I've got innocently rotten. That's more for characters. Innocently rotten. Yeah, I didn't like that. So I guess we will. Let's see. What does it do for objects? Useful. I have a useful pickup truck. Thank God, so I can rely on it. Energy. Huh. Okay. Useful energy. I guess I have a pickup truck with maybe a V6 in it. So it's not like. So I have an economic based. Oh, dear Lord. I'm not driving one of those old Fords. I'm driving an electric vehicle. Dear Lord in heaven, an electric vehicle, guys. So I go to a power station. I'm not polluting the environment. Oh man, when I realize my character is a total, like, I don't agree with me as a person. I don't agree with energy trucks, but yeah, he has an energy. This is a game that takes place after 2020, so all electric vehicles are possible. So he has one of those brand new COVID probably already happened in this world, so so he's just now getting back to work. I don't know. Should I use? Here's the thing. Should I use real world events in this game? That's a fake question. I'm gonna go with very unlikely because I don't like using that, but I will if this role does do it. Does he wear a mask in his vehicle alone as well? I hope to God not. Let me see if this happens. No. Okay, so COVID never happened. The world never actually experienced that, so no, he does not wear a mask. They developed all electric vehicles, and therefore he's just gonna go with it. Dear Lord in heaven. All right, so he gets in and he remote starts. He's got this key fob with him, and he remote starts his vehicle on the way down. Once he gets down to the 3rd floor. Oh, I forgot to ask. I did ask. I got a 3-floor apartment, but the question is, am I in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd floor? That is a question. I am going to roll a D4. And I got a 4. So I'm not on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd floor. There's actually a 4th floor. I'm in the basement of the studio apartment, and I am paying. Man, so I'm not going downstairs. I'm climbing upstairs. So this is the world where if COVID didn't happen, we get zombie. Yes. So I'm not going down a flight of stairs. I'm going up a flight of stairs to get to the main floor and get to go outside. Does my apartment complex have a parking garage? It is likely that would happen. No, so I have to go outside. All right, so I'm going up a flight of stairs. I am not in a safe area. I'm willing to bet. Not in a safe area at all. I wonder if that would be a scene alteration. That is a good question. But we won't go there. I mean, it is chaotic, so I'm probably not in the safest part of the city. I mean, especially if this, that is a really good question. Am I in a safe part of the city? Unsure. I am not. I am in the shit part of town, driving around. Oh wow! So this is where people. Yeah, I'm not in a safe part of town at all. So I'm probably hearing some noises. People are probably arguing. It doesn't look so good. You haven't lost your truck. Why? um. Well, I guess that's a question. Do I find vandalism done on my truck? If I'm not in the safe part, it is very likely. Yeah. So I went outside and I found that my windows of my all-electric pickup truck are shattered, and it looks like there's bullet holes in them. And I am just sitting there going, fuck. Well, there goes my insurance policy. Vandalism or it's been stolen. Well, I don't think you can steal. All electric vehicles are kind of weird. Because without certain key fobs with those all electric vehicles, I did hear without a key fob, you can't start it to go. So it's more likely to be vandalized than stolen, but we will ask that question. But I will say likely for the vandalism and unlikely for the stolen if I have to roll both. So here we go. We're going to go with likely. And, an exceptional yes doubles. So, yes, it's been vandalized. Let's see here. And, okay, so with it, so when you roll doubles, what doubles means is you get a remote event that is occurring. So, decreased intellect. Ooh, decreased intellect. Okay. So, a remote event happened. Unexpected decreased intellect. There's a homeless person in my truck. There's a homeless person in my truck. Let's see here. I do have a list of NPCs, and I think I have a homeless person. Yes, Crazy Linda. If I roll a 6, she is in my truck. If I roll anything else, and this is going to be on a D10. If I roll anything else, it'll be someone else. So let's see what I get here. I got a 9. Okay, so it is somebody else. All right, so we're gonna look at this character here. We're gonna choose 2 descriptors. So there's descriptor number 1. Definitely in descriptor number 2. Intense passive. Okay, all right. Appearance is gonna be crappy. Personality is probably going to be crappy. Identity, let's see here. Bureaucrat, oh dear lord. Official. Okay, so this is, I need is the homeless person armed? Chris, shut up. Shut up. I'm getting a dose of my own medicine at this game already. Alright, so, so this is a former state official that of the city that unfortunately has been washed out and fired. He lost his wife. His wife left him for his coworker. So he's been totally cucked. Lost his wife and family. I'm trying to think. Ooh, we need a name for him. What kind of names? Names. Here we go. J. Phi. Jeffy. Jeffy? Jeff. You know what? His name is Jeff. His name is Jeff. Jeff Fuffa. No, I was kidding. We're going to say, yeah, his name is Jeff. We don't have a last name for him. Actually, let me see if I can come up with a last name. We got Jeff, J again. Kerr. Okay. His name is Jeffrey Jacobson. Jacobson. So Jeffrey Jacobson gets out and he's like, there you are. You're the owner of this truck. he says drunkenly as he starts, falling out. He's got ripped suit all over him. And let's see, is he armed? Given the fact that he probably vandalized my truck, he probably his name could be Jafar. If he no, we're not going there. We're not going there, Chris. All right, so the question is he armed? Well, he's in the bad side of town, so it's very likely that he is armed. Very likely. And given the fact that he is broken my truck, it is definitely it's kind of nearly certain he might have something going on there. So let's see what we got here. I hope to God this does not. Yeah, he's fucking armed. He's pointing a gun at me, and he's drunk as shit. He's not thinking very clearly at all. And I'm like, at this point, I think I'm gonna roll a willpower to see if I can withstand this. This is gonna be a difficult. Let's see here. Definitely willpower. I don't think humorless would pay a thing. Nothing I would. So we're just gonna roll it, and here we go. And I got a fucking 2. With the result, it is literally only a 4. See, I got 14 in essence. The way I do this, I can spend 1 for each point. But even if I spend 4 points of that, it won't do it. So I'm going to need to spend 5 points and roll an extra die. So that's going to take my essence pool is going to go down to 9. And I need to roll another d10. And it will just add to it. So hopefully if I roll anything else other than a fucking 1. Alright, so I went from a 4 to a 13. So yeah, I went to a 13. So Jack is not scared of him at all. And I do unfortunately have some music that I've been meaning to play early in the morning. So it's early in the morning music. And let's see here. We're going to do this one right here. So, all right. So, I'm just making sure this is not some eerie music. There we go. We're going to turn it down to 50% though, or 45%. So, he's waving his gun around, and he's like, I've lost it all. I lost my job. I lost my wife. My kids. I pay child support, and I can't even get a job in this town, but working at a retail place. And even then I can't do it because I'm about to go to jail for armed robbery and possibly murder if I shoot you. Jack kind of looks at him, and he's going to try and talk him down. He's going to negotiate. He's like, hey, what happened to you is not your fault, man. He even lost the dog to his wife. Yes, he did. He lost his dog to his wife. It is sad. So, Jack says, hey, man, it's not your fault. But you can turn everything around if you don't do this. So, like, I'm not even going to call the cops. Yeah, I have a phone on me, but I'm not going to call the cops. But if you want the phone to make sure that I'm not going to call the cops, I'll give it to you. Okay? I think we can come to an understanding here. And I think you can just let me go. So that way I'm not late for work. You know, and here, if you need some help and you promise you won't buy it on drugs, let me see. Would I have any cold hard cash on me? I'm unsure for that, so I'm going to roll that, and I have no cash on me. Holy fuck. I run everything off of credit cards. Of course I do. Why would I? He's like, I'll tell you what. Do I have my credit? Do I have a credit or debit card on me? Let's do credit. Because then he can just cancel it. Yes. He's like, here's my credit card. Why don't you go out and get yourself some food, and you can spend it on whatever you want. And he gives him the PIN number to the credit card too. He's like, just let me go to work, and don't hurt me at all. Alright, so this is kind of like a diplomacy or persuasion act. I'm going to say my attractiveness kind of plays it. Nope, my attractiveness wouldn't play in this, I don't think. I mean, I think it would with social world. +2 to any social interaction or event, so I do get that. Let's turn that down just a little bit more. I do apologize if the music's a little loud. Let's see here. What would this be? It's kind of a persuasion roll. Let me pull up the book because I do have the book. Persuasion. And persuasion is like a 0 on here. Like if it's persuasion or anything, I just gotta figure out what kind of skill I'm using or what kind of attribute I'm using, because I don't have really anything that would really like. There we go. The sad thing is I don't really have. All I have is an attribute roll at this. I don't have any skill that can go into it, so it's going to, and it's not going to be simple. It's going to be craptastically fucking crappy. But here we go anyway. We're just gonna trying to pull up the rules now. And I think my attractiveness would pull into it, so I do get a +2 to it, but still. Alright. So persuasion. Is persuasion a thing? Persuasion is not a thing on here. Diplomacy? Nope. Negotiations maybe? Nope. Alright, which one? Streetwise could be a possibility of use. We'll stop the music for just a brief moment while I'm figuring this out, because I have no idea which one it would be. I don't think it would really matter anyway. I don't think it matters anyway, because I don't really have... Oh, seduction. I mean, I guess I do there. Oh, smooth talking. There it is. So smooth talking. And let me see here. Does it have a prepared? I don't think these do. I have not played this game in such a long time. Well, I guess it's just been... Generally, they use intelligence and smooth talking for most tasks. Okay. All right. So, I guess in this case, my intelligence is going to play a factor. So, definitely. Let's see here. We're going to do this one right here. That should be a nice, good one. The puppet from Happy Time Murders. Oh, no. Alright, so here we go. So, it's going to be intelligence, and I do get a +2 roll modifier. It will not be simple, so it's going to be difficult. I have no skills. Oh, I don't even need to add the modifier. I just got to add my quality. Attractiveness 2. There you go. That should add that. I don't think any drawbacks would be there. All right. I've got a 14. A 14, which I believe is 2 or 3 degrees of success. Let me... Oh, man, let me go to dice rolls. Like I said, I haven't played this in so long. This seems kind of morbid, this song does, but I mean, it is kind of morbid as time has pretty much slowed down in the game. Like, this is the longest 6 seconds of anybody's life right here. You know, him getting ready because you're being held at gunpoint. And, you know, this does happen to Jack quite often, so I don't know how he would feel about that too much, but things do happen. It's the way things are. Hang on, let me see if I can just do this instead. Man, finding things in this book is crazy. I should have, like, I need to, like, learn to mark things on here. You know what? 14, I'm gonna say is it's a success because I think it's like 9 and 10. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Found the outcome table, finally. Yes, it is 3 levels of success. So, definitely, he is going to take my credit card. He's not going to shoot me. He is going to take my cell phone. And he leaves me my wallet, my energy drink, and now I can actually head off into work. So, get some bookmarks to the tab. Yeah, okay. So... The crazy music stops as Jack actually begins driving in. What's traffic like? Is traffic pretty bad? Like, the question is, what is traffic like? Is traffic bad? Because we did get chaotic, so it is going to be, I'm going to say likely, and we're gonna say likely. It's likely busy, but we're gonna see. No, it is not. Actually, traffic is clear. That is, that's kind of crazy. And I believe that is a thread question. My commute to work. Yes, let me look up in the journal. That is one of my... So I'm commuting to work and I actually make it in. There is, I do need to roll. Am I hearing anything on... I didn't check anything on the, I did not check anything on the TV. I didn't even turn on the TV. Oh, my radio probably doesn't work. Is my radio stolen out of my vehicle? Or was it... I'm going to say likely. Well, unsure, because we don't know if he was the only one who... We don't know if he was directly vandalized it or if he came in shortly after that. Let's see here. Let's ask these questions. My truck was clearly vandalized. Is my radio fine in the vehicle? Does it work, basically? No, it does not work. Is my radio missing? And since it doesn't work, it's likely. We're going to upgrade that to likely. Yes, it's missing. So my vehicle was vandalized by another party while being inhabited by Jeff Jacobson, which is very likely. We're going to roll and see if that's possible, or if Jeff Jacobson took my fucking radio too. Exceptionally, yes. He took my radio. I didn't even see my radio on him. Like he took out my radio, and he's just sitting there like, wow, okay. Actually, I'm not even sure. This is a cruddy electric truck. Yeah, I know. My alarm system didn't even go off. So I had no alarm. So my alarm system... Is my alarm system broken? Which is actually very likely because of everything else. No. My alarm system is not broken. Well, that doesn't make any sense because it didn't go off or alert me that someone broke into my vehicle. Did I forget? Oh my god, I forgot to... Jack forgot. Jack just goes down and says, I forgot to freaking... I'm like, I didn't even unlock the door before I came out. I forgot to set the alarm and lock the doors. And they still busted out my windows. Damn it. This is... Oh, wow. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, wait a minute. Jeff was skilled with taking out extra... So the guy who vandalized my truck took my radio, which I didn't even see on... I'm going to take a look. Is my truck radio in the bed at all? In the bed of the truck. This is going to be a simple test. And he's going to look... Oh, it's not going to be that simple of a test because I have impaired senses. Which says null right there. Why does it say null? They all say null. Maybe because I need a test bonus? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Impaired senses is going to be it's a -3 regardless. So I can, yeah, I don't want that as part of my, okay. Okay. So I'm going to take a look. My glasses, I think I might have even forgot my glasses. So let me see. Did I forget my glasses? Let's find out. That's a simple test. I probably left in a hurry and I forgot my glasses. So let me see here. I look in my pocket for them and I did find my glasses. So I look back there. So my impaired senses with my glasses on will not actually be affected at all. So I'm going to roll perception. This is going to be difficult because it's kind of like, first off, I didn't really, oh, and notice will actually be the skill that I'm using here. I didn't really notice him having my stuff, so it's possible he still has part of my radio. And that thing had like GPS and everything. Like I had Siri on there. And I did get 1 degree of success. He left the radio in the bed of the truck. Okay. All right. I mean, is the radio in good condition? I'm unsure given the fact that, so as soon as I get to work, I manage to make it to work, I park in a parking space, I get in the back, my windows are shut out, I got glass everywhere, I'm brushing myself off. Jack didn't want to open up his can of his energy drink can because he's afraid the glass would get in there. So he hops out of the vehicle, he gets in the back just to see if he can take a look at it. But look, I don't know what kind of, like, it does my radio look damaged at all? It's kind of unsure, so let's see here. Oh god, it looks like it's damaged. Let's see, Jack is a pretty skilled person with electronics, so we're gonna do a difficult roll. He's let's see here, electronics. I'm gonna roll my electronics skill. I think my resources would be perfectly fine, which does grant, I'm going to say grants +1. Let's see here. With my current resources, do I have the ability, let's see here, with my current resources and my intelligence, do I have the ability to fix this radio? Does it look like I'm going to have to buy a new one? And we're going to find out here in a minute. No, it looks like it can be fixed with some times. Maybe deaf in one ear? I don't know, maybe. Alright, so he puts the radio in the truck. He brushes everything off, he slams the truck door, and he goes and arms the alarm. Does the alarm system arm? That is the question. And I'm unsure. Well, it's not damaged, so it is likely. So let's see if it arms. Exceptionally no. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. So I have an unexpected random event. Continue goal. Continue goal. So one of my thread questions is the commute to work. I made it to work on time. So that's pretty much locked down. My next goal is to make it in and deal with my work responsibilities. So, and it is a positive event. So this means when I get in, I get called in, so I get in, I sit down, and Jack is like, oh my god, like today cannot get any worse. Suddenly the boss walks in. Now let's see here. I don't know what his boss looks like. Let's get some descriptors for the boss. I'm going to get 2 descriptors this time. Let's see here. And we're going to get an appearance and a personality and identity. Let's see here. We're going to do identity. Mediator. Combatant. Okay, mediator combatant usually is someone that you elect to mediate a combat trial. So, like, this is my partner. Huh. That's weird. I don't remember being a partner. Did Jack make partnership today? Is that the positive continued goal in his work life? And the world's about to end? Holy shit, his life is about to tank. Okay, savvy, careful. So she's pretty content but careful around me, or he. I don't know if it's a man or a female. We're gonna roll a d20. You know what? I'm gonna see what the appearance looks like. See, I wish we had a gender one in here. You know what? We're going to roll a d10. Odds are. Okay, guys. Since I'm doing this live, who should be odds and who should be evens? Is it female odds and male evens, or vice versa? I'll let you guys pick. I don't know, Chris. I got a positive event going here, so let's figure it out. Odds male. Okay, fine. Odds male, even females. Okay, it's female boss. There might be some quid pro quo here. Who knows? Maybe not. All right. So, with that being said, okay, so she's very careful with what she says around me and whatnot. So, I mean, it's good. She respects boundaries, and it is a she. But she is like my partner in crime here. This is crazy because I have no idea why she's my partner. Let's figure out some other descriptors here real quick, and we'll continue that. Thieving. Uh-oh. Inactive. She's an inactive thief. Did I turn maybe a friend that got promoted? It's possible. Maybe she stole my promotion? Well, no, it says thieving inactive, which means we probably hated each other, and now we're partners. It's crazy. Let's do a second set of descriptors and see if I can make heads or tails of this. Passive. Cautious. So, all this does is act that she's very... Oh my god, I'm the thieving motherfucker. I'm like, So, she's cautious around me because I might have pulled some bad stuff. Has Jack in his past did something to hurt someone? With kind of this, and with how cautious people are, I'm going to say is likely. Oh, I've hurt this person. Oh boy, I've hurt this person, and they still rose up with me. So, let's get a name here. Let's get a name for this person here. We're about to unravel this character. I got Shah, S-H-A. Shah, and then Shatha. Shath? Sharon. Her name is Sharon. So Sharon we are going to create, I'm going to open up my journal here, and we're going to create a list of non-supportive NPCs. It's going to be, so NPCs / support cast is what we're going to do. So, yeah, so we just created one. So the first one we created is Sharon. Sasha. You know what? Sasha's better. Sasha, we need a last name now, too. Let's see, last name. Let's go for a last name. I got Va and Vawa. Damn. That's a hard one. Hang on one second. I'm being currently interrupted. Chris, here are the words. See if you can come up with something with this. Since you're in there. Vawa. Voloy. There we go. Alright, Sasha Voloy. So let's get down some key factors about her. So give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so let's get down to some key factors. She too is a coder of OD Technology Incorporated. Um, she clearly is a partner that I work with, so she is probably my. So I'm the head coder. So what a head coder is the person who actually takes all the code that's developed by his team and he throws everything together. They're working on a major programming project. With when I'm not there, she takes over. So she is my backup coder. And basically, the lead of the team compiles all the code together to make sure that it works. And here's where we're going to come into. So Sasha Voloy comes to me, and right now she's not going to get any stats today. And she's French. You know what? We could say she's probably from France. I will take that. Like maybe her family's from France. That way we don't have to be all white. I don't know. So there we go. Major coding project for a security system or for a medical lab. It probably, it could be a number of things. It could be a major coding project. So she comes to me and she goes, Jack, it's nice of you to come in today. Wait, did Jack make it to... Jack did not make it to work late. That's right. He has continued goals, having good... So she comes up and she goes, so I compiled the code for you already as your backup coder, and I want to let you know the boss is pretty actually happy about it. And Jack looks at her and goes, you already turned it in? Oh, yeah. I figured you would want that since you kind of were possibly running a little bit behind. We didn't hear from you. I mean, you kind of made it in, a minute before the late deadline and stuff like that. So I just wanted to get in with the boss. I hope you're not mad about this. And, so she's like, if you are, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go above your head. And, Jack is like, no, if it's late, that would deduct, at least 5,000 from our team. And I didn't really need that. Does the, program work? It's very likely the program does work because if she is the backup coder, it would be a compiler. It would have been someone who could be at Jack's level. So Jack is probably one of the smartest ones here. So she probably does carry his level of intelligence or abilities in computer programming as well. So let's see here. Does the program work? We're gonna say likely, and we're gonna see if the boss. Oh, we're going to actually say, well, no, we should say very likely because the continued goal is for his work responsibilities. I did get that as a PC positive. So, honestly, I'm going to say the program does work. We're not even going to ask that as that. So he goes, all right, so the program works. Well, Sasha, thank you for helping me out. And, do we have any other responsibilities for the day? She's like, yeah, honestly, the server on... Let me see. How many floors do we have? Is this a 20-floor building? So in major corporations, there's usually like 20 to 40 floors like this. So I'm going to say, is this a 20, this is not a major maybe a major top 10 company, but it's probably a pretty high-end one. They're probably not international. They're probably more local. So is this a 20-story building or a 40-story building? Let's go with 40, and then we'll work our way down and try to see what we got here. It is not a 40-story building. 20-story? Exceptionally, yes. So, okay, so we work with local projects around the, in the U.S. So regardless where what state we're based out of, we do a lot of shipping through U.S., but we don't do international. But does this company have an international branch? Or is this a subsidiary company? That's the question that should be asked, and that should be unsure. Subsidiary. It is not subsidiary. So no, we just do local. Well, the programming is good. The budget is good. The client is definitely going to be happy. So Sasha comes and says, well, the client should be very happy. Everything seems to have been worked. We're just getting ready for implementation later on this afternoon. So far, we got the next 4 hours free. So does Sasha have a love interest with Jack? That's a question. Let's see here. It's going to be, because she's very cautious and Jack has done some pretty shaky stuff, I'm going to say very unlikely. But we're still going to see if maybe through all of this, that maybe they have amended branches. They've not amended branches. Okay, so they're still a bit stuff. So she says, I will leave you alone now, Jack. So Jack actually begins to feel, because this goes against his honorable drawback of which he does have, that he would never do any wrong against anybody. And Jack goes, Sasha, I want to say that I'm sorry if I caused any harm. I really wanted the position, and you and I were up for grabs, and I didn't mean to play dirty like that a few months ago before we started this project. I'm really sorry. I really would like to maybe get to know you, and buy you lunch today. Would you accept? And we are going to see if he would accept. This will be an intelligence roll, but it's going to be difficult. I'm going to add, I don't have anything to add with that, except for my attractiveness, maybe. But I am going to come in with, I'm going to come in hard with a difficulty, because he did do something that harmed her credibility with the company. So I am going to make it a -3. Difficult. Yeah, it's going to be a -3 to the modifier. So let's see here if I can get at least one success on this. And, no. Sasha turns around and says, Jack, I'm sorry, but what you did was wrong. I mean, I know you wanted the position, but, regardless, did it matter who was the backup and who, the backup coder and the head coder? Because no matter what, one of us would have came in second place. But you ruined my credibility with the boss, where the next project, he already told me I'm going to be the backup coder. And even though I turned it in and you were still late today, he's not counting that against you. He very much likes you. So you're going to get what's coming to you, Jack. I mean, you got good things coming. And unfortunately, I do not. So the next job, I am going to be either the backup coder, or I'm going to have to step down as the backup coder. And Jack tries to make it up to her and says, well, I'll talk to the boss. And if he tries to replace you on my team, I'll say, no, you're damn good. I'm just really sorry. I'm just trying to get out of my area. And she's like, I don't want to hear it. What's done is done, and we both need to move on from it. And she ends up leaving for the next 4 hours. So they're going to get ready to test the program. So right now he's searching on the internet. Does anything appear on the internet about what's going on with the current world affairs? It's unsure that we might be seeing anything other than maybe just basic chatter of someone being ill. So we're going to say unsure for that. Exceptional, no. Okay, so nothing is being said in the world. So, or at least Jack's not seeing it. He is going to check on the situation on the... Am I on the... I need to figure out what floor am I on. Am I on the 20th floor? Which should be the presidential area? Like, that boss's... Yes, okay, so we are working on the biggest floor ever. Okay, so there is a problem going on. I think Sasha said there is a problem going on with some of the servers. They're going down. Not sure why. So Jack is unable to find anything out on the internet about today's current affairs. It looks like the internet's coming up as problem 404. Cannot find host. So he is going to see if he can rectify that problem. He's going to use his computer skills. It's going to be a difficult. He's going to use his basic computers because this is not computer programming. And he's going to try and figure out what's going on. And I've got 4 degrees of success. Okay, so with this being said, he finds out that for some reason he's like, so he goes, oh, it's a simple router issue. So he sends a reset code to one of the routers on the lower floors and reconnects them right to the server. He calls down to the floor and someone answers. Let's see if it's going to be a male or female voice that answers. It's going to be a male voice. And let's get a name for this male. I'm going to name these NPCs just so that way I can take them out. And Deeds. Oh my god, I'm thinking Mr. Deeds. What was Adam Sandler's name? It was Deeds Gra. Greg Deeds. There we go. We're gonna call him Greg Deeds. So Greg Deeds is like Greg Deeds on floor. Ooh, good question. What floor is this? With 20 floors, what floor had the problem? 6. Was more than one floor affected? No. So 6th floor and below pretty much was affected, with some minor effects probably on the upper floors when disconnected from a server. So Greg Deeds, how can I help you? It's like, hi, this is Jack Mercer from the 20th floor. I just reconnected you to the server. You should be seeing a change patch right now coming through. He's like, yep, I am. I've got it right here, and I'm reconnected to the server. We're getting ready to do our project. So thank you, Mr. Mercer, for keeping us on task. We're running a bit behind, but thank you for taking care of that. Not a problem. You have a great day. All right, you too. And they hang up the phone. So about 4 hours go by. They're getting ready to check the project. We've had a lot of rolls and stuff like that. I think that's going to be worth about very easily. This is going to take up at least 8 of my endurance points. Endurance points is spent whenever you're awake and you're doing strenuous tasks both mentally and physically. I'm going to say I haven't been doing any harsh running or anything, so it's not like they're getting drained down. So out of 4 hours, I'm going to lose like 8 points. That's it. So I'm down to like 15. All right. I also get a resistance to fatigue. Let me see if I can earn some of those points back. Because he's like, he hasn't done anything too bad. So we're gonna say difficulty. It's just gonna be an endurance check, no skill, but resistance to fatigue. He's gonna get that, and he did get a full 8 hours of sleep. So we're just gonna make it a simple roll and see if we can chop that in half. And I did get 1 degree of success, so I'm gonna say it's only gonna be like that. So like, this is nothing. I also had an energy drink. So Jack cracks open an energy drink, he guzzles it. He's got it down in like 2 hours. They're getting ready for lunch. They're doing an early lunch because at noon they're getting ready for the meeting. So they go down to the cafeteria. Does he see Sasha down there? Because he still wants to make it up to her for everything he's done. He's just gonna do a quick look around. A notice roll does do that. He does have his glasses on, so he doesn't need any impaired senses. So let's see here. Does Sasha join him? Sasha's down there. So he goes down there and he sees Sasha and he says, he grabs his lunch. He's going to get a hamburger and some french fries. It's his favorite thing to eat at work. And he grabs a drink and he says, may I join you? And he looks at her. Does she let him join him? That is the question. Does she let him join him with what is going on? Now, I'm going to say is very unlikely given their past, and she already said she didn't want to do it. We're going to say nearly impossible. If this question answers with a yes, we're going in the right direction. So at the very least, maybe. No. Sasha puts down her food and says, Jack, listen. I'm going to work with you, but we're not friends. And you need to go find somewhere else to sit and leave me alone before I go to HR. Okay? You got your job. We're getting ready to go for the testing here in about an hour. Please, just go sit down. I don't want you here. Okay? So I wonder if I could persuade her. With my willpower. Hopefully that burger isn't rancid with Jack's luck going so far. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. My essence is kind of... I'm thinking I should spend some essence points and a willpower to do 2d10 dice roll. I'm going to do difficult. I'm going to do a -5. He doesn't have anything for persuasion, but his attractiveness. And he's like... He goes, nonsense. I think we're going to start working together. And I'm going to keep you on my team. And I'm going to make sure you get your own coding team as well. For things. I really got to make this up to you. So let's see here. If this works. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Wow. Let's see. Can I leave? I can't even succeed at that unless I roll another dice. I'm going to spend 5 more essence to roll 1 more dice to see if I can make that an 11. I'm rolling my luck here. I'm pushing my luck. I got a 10. All right, an 11. And she goes, if I let you sit here for lunch and you try to make this up to me, will you leave me alone if I decide to not have anything else to do with you after today? And he goes, yeah, actually, if you just give me a chance. She's like, fine. But this is not a date. We are professionally working together, see what we can do to professionally keep this friendship or this work relationship going. All right. I get it. Jack at this point's kind of feeling kind of down. He's had a very mentally exhausting day. Not physically, just mentally. He's just feeling mentally drained. So he's kind of nervous going into this meeting. So they have their lunch, they eat, they talk, and then they go back up to the 20th floor. The cafeteria, what floor is the cafeteria on? There should be a cafeteria floor somewhere on one of these floors. Oh, there's a cafeteria on almost each floor. The 19th floor has got the best cafeteria though. Is the food here fresh? I'm unsure to see if maybe the food comes out kind of weird. No. So as they're eating, Jack kind of goes, I don't know, this burger's like burnt. Like, how's your food? She's like, not that great. The mix is even off too. Let's see what's going on. Jack goes up to one of the cafeteria people and says, hey, what's going on with the food here? And the lady's like, I'm sorry, the head chef that works here in the cafeteria called off today, and we're actually missing a couple people as well. I'm actually the cash guy who takes all your guys' money, but you guys never notice me. And I've been placed in the kitchen because I'm kitchen staff, and and it's like, wait, there's more than one person missing? Is there more than one person missing? Likely at this point, if he's the kitchen staff. Exceptionally, no, there's not more than one person missing. Then why is... Wait a minute. If you are the register and the head chef is off, but there's not more than, but there's some of you more back there, what, you guys can't get your stuff together to cook some decent food? This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Is the guy I'm talking to sick? That's the question. Unsure. Oh, yeah. He just starts puking all over the floor. And he's like, he starts sweating profusely and puking all over the floor. And Jack's just like, okay, I'm done. We're out of here. Um, yep. So they basically head up for the meeting after lunch, which the lunch was pretty much done with. So they go up to their boss, and let's see. Let's look. Let's see. Let's roll the boss's identity here. He's a pleaser. Uh-oh. He might be a pushover. Or she. A pleaser ruffian. Ruffians are generally those who fight back, but oh my god, he kisses the boss's ass. So, like, he's going to kiss the ass of the client, regardless how this goes. And it's a female, so it's a she. Let's see what the personality's like. Leader, clearly. Practical leader. Oh dear God, my boss sucks ass. Delicate but colorful. Oh my God, for some reason, I've got a boss, short, colorful hair. It's rainbow color. She is leading. She is going to kiss the ass of the client if this does not work. Oh boy. Well, since it's Jack and he has a pretty good team and whatnot, I'm going to say it is likely that everything is working. Will the program fail? So they go in and, well, first, before we ask that, I guess we got to pick a name for my boss. Action Ba. Action Ba. Female names that start with B. That means action. That's a good question. What are we going to call that one? And I'm actually going to mark this in my journal as well for NPCs and Support Cast. Chris, are you still with us? And of course he says, this just made me think of the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror skit where the zombie apocalypse was caused by a bad Krusty Burger. Oh yeah, tell me about it. I feel like that's what we're moving into. I am going to go to, let's see here. I'm not coming up with any names off the top of my head at the moment. Huh. You know what? We're going to call this one Brittany. So her name is yes. What do you need? I needed a female name. So we're gonna say Brittany. Brittany Beloy. Oh no, Bravera. Yes, BB. There we go. She is definitely some notable features. She is head CEO of OD Technology Incorporated. She is she's got colorful hair. She is delicate, cheerful, and heartwarming. She does she meditates in her meditates in her office. All right, this is going to be interesting. Oh, and I need to get some ages for these. I'm gonna imagine Sasha is no more than let's see here. She is probably within 10 years of me in either direction. I'm going to imagine I'm gonna roll a d6. If she gets a 4, she's my age. And she's 2 years younger than me. All right, so Sasha's 28 years old. And then she's probably older by a lot. So we're going to say RD10. And she is 4 years older than I am. 5 years, actually. So she is currently 35 years old. And we're going to see the test project and the implementation of which the tech people went there. Okay. All right. So we go into the meeting room with the client, and we show that the program is currently working as it was implemented. What kind? We need to figure out what kind of program is it? Let's see. Let's get some actions here. Arrive. Idea. Great. Let's get some descriptions. I got something about arrive and idea for a program. Innocently, I hate that one. Glorious. Arrive idea, innocently glorious. It is a safety security program that they are going to try and sell off to a bunch of other companies. The client is implementing it. The great idea is it's got motion sensors and it does tap it. It's kind of like an artificial intelligence, but not so much. And it basically integrates with motion cameras and whatnot and kind of goes off. It's nothing too spectacular. So it should have been easy to make and definitely easy to make and implement, as long as the compile was correct. Does the program work? It definitely should be someone on my end, so definitely very likely. Let's see if the program executes perfectly as they show when it was implemented and installed. And yes, it is very likely that's what happened. So they went through and we're sitting there and the client says, good work. It's been implemented and tested. Everything seems to be going good. As you guys figured, we are definitely cutting the company a check. And the boss is there and she's like, she goes, we are glad to hear that. And the check is agreed. And they said, yes, actually, let's write that check now. What was the program cost? Well, for that one building and for the installation and the coders that I had to do, that would be about $160,000 for the month. And we did arrive on time. You're right, you did. Absolutely, $160,000 right there. And we wrote you a check. And we will be in more business with OD Technology Incorporated. You guys have a great day. Thank you. And Jack and Sasha, you guys are not excused. I need to speak to both of you. So as they're sitting down, is the boss going to promote Jack? Given the fact that he just made that company $160,000 on one project that they only worked for a month and he's going to get his cut, it is very likely. Exceptionally, yes. Is Sasha getting demoted? Unsure about that, as that Jack is going to put in a good word for her, and she did help out. So I mean, but Jack did do something that hurt his that hurt. So is Sasha going to get burned in this? No. Okay, good. Sasha and Jack, I think you guys make an excellent team. Everything was arrived on time, and because of you, you both have earned this award. I like to say thank you and definitely promote you both. Jack, you're being promoted one step above. I want to make Sasha head coder of the next project, and I want to make you above her. I want you to be a... Is he going to become partner? Unsure, but let's see here. No. I'm not going to make you a partner of next to me, but I'm going to make you my secretary. And Jack's like, what would that entail? Well, that entails you coming up to here. You're going to go down there. You're going to run all the errands, but you're going to oversee multiple projects at once. Um, Congratulations. You're going to be over here. You're just going to be the Yes, he's basically going to go on and be a department manager, but he reports directly to the CEO, no longer in a meeting space. You'll be meeting me directly in my office from here on out. And Sasha, you will be head coder of the next project. Congratulations, you both. And definitely, we are going to get ready to get bonuses out there. So, congrats. You guys both deserve it, and I definitely want to make sure. Jack, I want to ask you, how are you feeling? Given everything that's, given everything, how are you feeling, Jack? I want to know about your feelings. Pretty good. I was just, talking with Sasha because, we had a rocky start, so I'm trying to mending bridges. Yes, that is beautiful. She folds her hands. She says, I am hoping that you guys mend these bridges because this company would not be what it is without you two. Especially with this project. This was a big security team project. So, we got a couple hours left to work, but you guys can cut out early with some extra benefits today. So, enjoy. You guys are dismissed. And Sasha, I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do for the team going forward. Yes, maybe Jack can get a better vehicle now and a better place to live. Seems like the city is expensive as heck. Yes, the city is very expensive. He lives in a craptastic, great city, bustling jobs, but very highly expensive to live in. And so Jack's feeling pretty good. He's only got a couple hours left of work. Does anything happen? Let's see. Let's roll a random event. Does anything happen for the remaining 2 hours of work? We're gonna say reason, optional, random event. I'm gonna say last 2 hours of work. And NPC action. Woohoo! Succeed. People. Succeed people. Oh! They're throwing me a party! Nice. So Jack and Sasha are both, I will say, does Sasha share in this party? I would say it's likely because she just got promoted too, so that's definitely likely. Yes, they're throwing. So there is a party going on the floor, and so Sasha and Jack goes out the door, and suddenly everyone pops. You hear the cork pop of champagne, and everyone claps as they cheer. And yeah, makes New York City look affordable. Just give it to her. So they definitely pass everything around. There's a birthday cake that says congratulations, Jack and Sasha. And that means this has been planned for quite some time. So Jack is like, have you guys been planning this? They said, we had no doubts that you guys would have succeeded with us today. No doubts. And everyone's just clapping, cheering us on. So for the last 2 hours, we drank a little bit of champagne, which is probably against, code regulations. So definitely, we definitely close out the work responsibility thread because we're not really being responsible. How does Jack feel about alcohol, though? He's not a heavy drinker, so we're gonna have to roll that. Difficult. He doesn't have a resistance, so we'll just keep it normal. And oh, I gotta roll again. Okay, so I got 12, and I got a 24. So he sucks down 2 glasses of champagne just before driving, and he's like, "I am fine." And he has some, it's not birthday cake, but could be. He has some cake, and he's like, Sasha, I say that, he's feeling kind of powerful. So he says, Sasha, since really what I did not really hurt you, much other than just gave me the lead coder position, but now I've got head of the department, and you are now a head coder, which means I could probably bump you up. I would like, I want to try and make it up with you. Can we go out to dinner tonight? And he is gonna, he's gonna try and get her out to dinner. So let's see here. I'm gonna say it's gonna be difficult. He did make up for the loss, but she is kind of feeling already tipsy. Probably tipsy there because she is not really, doesn't have a character sheet, but she may become someone important. We don't know. Let's see here. And I'm going to add my attractiveness quality, and let's see what we got here. Oh, that doesn't look good. A 6. She says, Jack, listen. If you didn't do what you did, I could have been let go. Yeah, you played a gamble, you won. I get it. I did get head coder, and I know you could probably do, but you want a date for some quid pro quo, buddy, and I don't really think that's appropriate. But overall, I do have some other things I do have to attend to, so unfortunately, the answer is going to be no. And he's like, hey, I understand. I definitely understand that. Another time. Jack's not really feeling too well, but his day is pretty much over with, and he doesn't have a radio to turn on, so he heads home for the night. He actually gets ready to go to the grocery. Does he see anything weird going on as he's heading to the grocery? Anything weird in the city? And yes, he does. Ooh, he does see something. So as he's let's see, what does he see? Let's see here. He's on his way to the grocer. Grocery run. He notices that there's people. There's a lot more. Let's see here. It's gonna be simple. No major modifiers. Notice roll. He's got his glasses on, so his impaired senses would not be there. Let's see here. What does he notice? An 8. I'm going to spend 2 points to knock that up to a 10. My essence pool is pretty much, Jack's just feeling kind of. He's noticed. She's a single mom. Hopefully not. She's a single mom, right? I don't know. Is Sasha a single mother? Secretly. Ooh, yes, doubles. So she is a single mom. It's asking me to introduce a new NPC. Deposit protection. He runs to the bank. All right. He runs to the bank. That's right, because the guy has his credit card. He has to go cancel his credit card. So he does, but on his way to the bank and to the grocery, he did notice that people are all over the ground. There's a lot of, there's ambulances going by, cops are going by. Does this impede traffic at all? I'm going to say likely if there's people falling down and there's a lot of 911 calls. No, traffic is not impeded, so he makes it to the bank, and the bank clerk sits right in front. No wonder why Sasha was so evasive and was mad at him. Yes, she is a mother. Oh, I gotta put that in the journal. That's gotta be marked for something else. You know what? Sasha may be getting her own character sheet after all. So, single mother. Is her husband is the father or husband alive? Yes. Is the father or husband, we're going to say father, because we already said single mother, is the father present in the child's life? I'm going to say unlikely. No, we're going to say unsure. Yes. Okay. Does the father still love Sasha? Exceptionally, yes. Okay, is the father a stalker? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, so single mother with her baby daddy, father of her child, is a crazy and abusive stalker type. So she's got a lot of baggage. She's definitely got a lot of baggage going forward. So that may play into some later on events. So he's not a deadbeat. Does the father pay child support? No, he's a deadbeat. So he's not, so he's present. So what this would mean to me, he's present in her life. He's present in his child's life. He just doesn't, like, no man can be with Sasha, but he doesn't pay child support because he believes he shouldn't have to. So he probably has a decent job too. He just doesn't feel the need that he has to. All right, so the bank teller sits right in front of, let's see, we got a bank teller here. Let's look at personality and appearance. And the bank teller has to be female. That is the introducing of the new NPC. Oh, wow, she's intolerant. Oh my god, she's a bimbo. She's intolerant of things, but, well, tolerant of things. Sasha's becoming quite the character. Quit the character. Natural. Ooh, I got natural weapon for her appearance. Okay. So we got this girl. She's got red hair, and she sits right down and says, "Ah, Mr. Mercer, you were here to cancel your credit card account?" "Yeah, I was sort of robbed this morning. They broke in my vehicle, took my radio, which is also sitting in the bed of my vehicle. I forgot to arm the alarm, so it never went off, and then they robbed me at gunpoint." Oh my god, the city's just getting so bad. I'm like, yeah, so I just need to go ahead and cancel the credit card. But, you know what? Was there any list of charges you can pull from today? Well, they won't post until for the next 24 to 48 hours. But then we will be able to see. Yeah, if you could just send a statement. Well, with it being stolen, did they get your PIN number or anything that would, did you want us to flag any charges? No. I just want a statement as soon as it can come in. She's like, well, we'll send you one in the next 7 to 10 business days. So he turns around and goes, all right, thank you so much. You've been very helpful. You know, I have no plans tonight. If you would like to go to dinner, what time do you get off? And he is going to try and persuade her to go out with him. Given the fact he just mentioned he was robbed at gunpoint, didn't really, like, settle too well with her, so I'm gonna say I'm -2 to this. Because, who knows? She's a natural weapon. She may know Kung Fu. So let's see here. And attractiveness, and let's go. And it's gonna be difficult. Motherfucker. She's like, actually, I'm sorry, but is she married? Yes. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm actually married. I am terribly sorry. I didn't mean to hit on you like that. Where do I sign? Right here. Yep. All right. All right. Well, thank you, and you have a great day. And is there anyone getting sick at the bank? No. All right. The bank looks pretty good. Is the bank deserted? Like, kind of slow? Oh, no, it's busy. People are getting their money out. So, is traffic hindered at all? We're going to say unlikely because we've been getting no traffic as is. So we're going to keep that around no likely because that seems like that's getting a little bit better. It is not hindered at all. It's still considered. Oh, actually, no. We did ask if it was hindered. So yes, traffic is all of a sudden getting bad, being closer to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And Jack's like, huh, this is kind of weird. Usually people don't gather like this. So he gets back in his truck, which has no windows, and he's like, I guess I'll call the insurance company tomorrow. Is tomorrow a day off for Jack? No, so no. It's still in the middle of the week. So he drives off, he goes to the grocery, he does still see people, like he hears people coughing and some people are wearing masks, and of course he has no radio to listen to anything. So unfortunately, nothing is he's being given no information what's currently going on. But he does notice some strange happenings around town as he's picking up some groceries and he gets checked out. Is the clerk sick? No, okay. So nothing else happens, and he heads home for the evening where he cooks himself a really good meal. All right, so he does make it. All right, so let's look at a threads list for our first day. He gets in. It's basically he does his grocery shopping. He has to clean up the cat box, so definitely let's make sure that that's not going to be that shouldn't be too difficult of a task. Um, yep, and then of course he has to cook himself some nice dinner. We don't really have anything for cooking. Cooking, I think, will be an intelligence roll, and I don't really have cooking, but if you can't cook, there's a problem. And of course, I get a natural one. All right. So, given the rule of that, my result is yeah. Um, I fail at cooking, and I accidentally burnt my food. So Jack was sitting down thinking in his head about Sasha, and he accidentally forgot that he left food, and he burnt it, and he just doesn't feel like cooking for the rest of the night. He turns on some TV. He did clean the cat box. Let me see, how good was his cleaning at his apartment? Um, he didn't really feel like cleaning his apartment the rest of the night, so he's depressed. He's not quite feeling so good. I think at this point he's probably a little bit exhausted too, because he's also been out for another 3 more hours, and we have been doing quite a bit of rolls. Let me see here. Let me roll a fatigue to see where we're at with this. Um, well, that'll be 6 hours down. But remember, he's usually pretty good with fatigue. Um, he can stay up for hours on end. He probably has some form of insomnia. Oh, wow. I actually failed at that too. So definitely, I lose definitely my six. I'm going to lose an additional one, so seven. So he's kind of feeling tired, but he's not really that tired. So he's gonna try and find a nice movie. Um, all right, with the TV on, is there anything indicating what's going on in the world? Does he make it to the news? No. No, he managed to catch a movie, which nothing was interrupted by the time the movie was over with, and he decided, well, it's time for bed. Got to be up in the morning. So he gets ready to go. He shuts off the TV without hearing anything, and he heads off to bed for the day. And that is the life and story of Jack Mercer. So he did his household chores. He did have some personal downtime and some. So yeah, we closed out some threads for the first day. There we go. Now we get to go through, and he has heard nothing. Wow, we have not. Let me see. Did I? Let me check my journal. Make sure I did everything correctly. Thread questions. Yep. There was no roads jammed. I got a free one there. I did see some strange. The only thing I saw was some strange happenings. And I didn't even need to roll a d6 to close out the thread. I was able to do that. So yeah. This is sort of just like if you had to roll for a random thread, to see which one you close out, which could have happened with fake questions, random events, scene alterations, or whatnot. But we did not need to see anything like that. So yeah. Scene alterations is if the scene was interrupted by something, but nothing was currently going on. Holy crap. So yeah, that is day one of, that is it. Jack goes to bed and he hears nothing that's going on in the world. Little does he know. Now let's get some voting going on out there. Because I think we are pretty much good for the day. All right. Let's see here. And then I get to restore my essence pool and my endurance points. So sweet. We've been playing this for about an hour and a half. So, all right. So leave a comment if you want to leave comments. But did Jack have, but we need to figure out, do we need to lower or higher the chaos factor? Did Jack have control of the session? I mean, he failed a few times, but nothing major. And he did manage to make amends with Sasha, which is good. He got his promotion. Nothing's really happened around him yet that would endanger his life or that caused him to lose the scene. So I am going to sit here and go, yeah, he did. So we are going to lower the chaos factor by 1 to chaos of 4. Of course, that probably is going to change starting the next day, as that, well, quite freaking frankly, shit's going to hit the fan. So this does change periodically. So right now we are down to 4, and we did actually manage to get some extra people. We did get some NPCs and some casts. We did get Jeffrey Jacobson, which we did not actually add, but we're going to add him. And right now he is, because he could be a thing. He could be a thing that I come across. Maybe he turns into a zombie, because this is All Flesh Must Be Eaten. And we are definitely going to do that. All right. So, well, I think this would be a good stopping point, and we should pick this up another time. So if you guys liked this, yes, this was kind of like a real life session, but I promise we will be introducing zombies next session. There will definitely be a lot more chaos and everything next session. But I figure we start off slow and work our way into it, as this is my first time actually using Mythic, and I so far like this, and I kind of I'm gonna get a little bit like this, and I'm actually gonna use this for probably going. I'm not gonna use this for. I already have all my stuff put together for Avatar, which we will be doing that tomorrow night. But I am going to probably use this for other games, to where I can help fill in a world, and I don't feel like I'm running the game, and I don't even 100% know what's gonna happen. So I like, the prep time can be done within a short amount of time. So yeah, this was actually pretty good. I'm gonna do a review on the book once I get through it, but yeah, this is actually pretty awesome. So all right, well, if you guys tuned in, thank you so much, and if you guys like it, please like and subscribe to the stream, and have a great and wonderful evening.